Hello, this is Blue Joe Saunders, WBO middleweight champion of the world. Subscribe to Sport and Icons to stay in touch with all the top news. God bless you all.
Now, following yesterday's official press conference for Dazn and Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, they did their official press conference. Obviously, on the stage, you had the likes of Triple G himself, of course. He had his translator there as well, which I don't really know why he uses a translator, as his English is perfectly fine. Maybe he's doing the whole Canelo thing. Maybe, I don't know. But either way, he had his trainer, Abel Sanchez, on the stage, and John Skipper, who is I believe he's the managing director of Dazn with boxing. And within this one, obviously, there's like a lot of talk about potential fights next. His deal is a 3-year deal with 6 fights. Bearing in mind, he's, 36, 37 years old now. And he needs to be looking at other things. So, of course, this is what has potentially made him choose Dazn, because they're not offering him just the platform and a chance to make good money, and of course to have a rematch with Canelo, or if Daniel Jacobs was to win, a rematch with Daniel Jacobs for the world titles. Demetrius Andrade is also on there as well. So any kind of middleweight with any kind of prospects or ambition needs to be on Dazn at the minute, because otherwise I can see everybody being frozen out the way things are going. But either way, so Triple G Promotions is now what's part of Dazn. So this will be the 3rd promotional company within Dazn Boxing. Matchroom Boxing, Golden Boy, and now Triple G Promotions. Now, Triple G has no stable at the minute, so I would fully expect him to be going out and bringing in some talent to beef up his roster. So not only is he going to be fighting himself, but he's going to be putting on cards himself. In other words, bringing in fighters. I would presume he's going to be given some kind of budget, much like Matchroom and Golden Boy have been. Although Matchroom seems to be the most aggressive at the minute. Golden Boy, I haven't really seen too much with incomings at the minute, but I'm sure in time that's going to change. But Triple G, because he needs new talent, I would imagine he's going to be quite aggressive in himself. And he will have a lot of links with certain fighters as well. Of course, his countryman, 154-pounder, Kana Islam, who pretty much fights the same kind of way as Triple G. Now, Kana Islam, he was born and raised in China, but now has Kazakhstan residency. So, and these guys are very, very good friends, along with a multitude of other fighters as well. So I would fully expect Kana Islam to be there. In my opinion, could well be the best 154-pounder outside of the champions. Potentially, anyway. I mean, I'm just speculating anyway as to who it is that he could bring in. But again, maybe his stablemates, who he trains with alongside Abel Sanchez, like a Joe Joyce. Of course, he's just joined up with the PBC, but he's not legally bound to the PBC, is he? So he could end up joining up with Triple G, along with Murat Gassiev, who was in the final against Alexander Usyk of the World Boxing Super Series from Season 1. There's talk that maybe Gassiev could move up to heavyweight. But again, what kind of weight divisions would Triple G be looking at? I would imagine up and down the divisions, because obviously he's going to want to put on cards himself and not just rely on Golden Boy or Matchroom Eddie Hearn to loan him fighters for a show. Of course, he's probably going to be doing some co-promotional deals, much like Golden Boy and Matchroom Boxing are doing as well. They do co-promotion. So I would fully expect Triple G to be co-promoting with Golden Boy and co-promoting with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing as well. But Eddie Hearn, he said that he's always going to be a part of the Triple G promotions anyway. That would be an outside looking in as source, and obviously he's going to be there for advice, along with Triple G's manager, Tom Loeffler. So again, with Triple G and Tom Loeffler, there's been like a lot of talk as to whether or not these guys are split up. No, Tom Loeffler is still part of the Triple G team. To what capacity, we don't know. Is he manager? Is he going to be a co-promotion with it? Who knows what it's going to possibly be, but either way, Tom Loeffler is still going to be part of it. So Dazn are making some aggressive moves, real aggressive moves. And any kind of fighter out there who is looking to start up their own promotional company, it's probably a very good idea. I mean, maybe this is why Deontay Wilder is potentially going to be joining up with Dazn as well, because he has his own promotional company. He doesn't have any stable, but much like many fighters, they all have their own promotional companies, but they just have it in name only and don't do anything with it. Okay, but Dazn is a good platform to be given some money to bring in some talent. And this is pretty much what Triple G is going to be doing. He's going to be going quite aggressive, I would imagine. Obviously, we don't know what kind of budget that he's been given, but I would imagine it's a pretty decent one, right? But anyway, so I thought I'd get that news out there for you all, just to let you know that Triple G and Triple G Promotions will be working solo with Dazn and with Eddie Hearn as in there as some kind of capacity. Of course, he was a pivotal tool, if you like, to bring Triple G in, much like he's going to be with Deontay Wilder. Wilder may not know it, but Eddie Hearn will be on the outside advising John Skipper and all these kind of things, but he won't be physically in the meetings with them. But anyway, you know what? That doesn't really matter. The ultimate thing is, are the fighters getting what they want? Are they happy with their deal? That's the most important thing. So fully expect Triple G to be quite aggressive as well, and expect a few signings here, there and everywhere to be popping into Triple G Promotions, as well as continued with Matchroom Boxing and Golden Boy. Where's Triple G going to go? I would imagine he'd be looking to his home country, of course, but also PBC, because there's some good names over there who don't have deals. So anyway, drop your thoughts below about it, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.